Hey guys, it's Dave here, and we are on our way to a Cape Cod remodeling project. This is day one. We have the demo crew going over there, and we're gonna go over there and cover up the floors and start stripping down the entire top floor on the inside. And we'll have that all stripped down today and tomorrow. And we're gonna, on Monday, what we'll do is we will get the house measured up for the lumber that we're going to need. Next week we'll get the lumber delivered, and we have a piece of steel that we have to install on the first floor archway. So we're going to start doing a lot of prep work in anticipation of removing the roof in about 7 days. So let's go over there. We'll go take a look at the house. Okay guys, so we just had the container delivered and we are going to go in the house. We had the masonite board put down on the floor. We protect all the hardwood floors. In this case, we're keeping the first floor just the way it is. We got minor renovation on the first floor, so we got to protect it while the construction's going on. So we'll go in there and show you how we did that. And right now we have the container pulling out the truck, so let's take a look around. All right, so we're on the job site here. Container's just dropped off, and the truck is just about to pull out. This is our first 30-yard container. Probably going to have about maybe 4 or 5 containers here all together for the whole job. But let's go in the house and we'll take a look. So this floor right here, we have basically the first floor staying intact. We're just doing a 3-bedroom bathroom upstairs, and the homeowner's staircase is going to stay intact. The first floor staying intact. Now they had an archway put in at some point a couple of years ago, and what we're going to do is we're going to open up that archway with the weight of the new second floor. It actually calls for a steel plate added to the header that's there now. So we're going to add a steel plate, and then we're going to add another header board on top of the steel plate. So it's going to end up being 3 2x12s and a piece of 3/4 inch steel, and that will firm up and secure that header. So as you look around, you can see we installed this product. This is called the ram board, and this is a temporary floor protection. You can see it says it right there. Also, we lay it out, and it actually protects the floor from any impact. And we cover up the whole first floor. Go down the hallway here. We have another room here and the kitchen. So all this is staying intact on this particular house. I know you usually see our homes and we do entire home remodels, but this one they wanted a top floor, and we're going to just build that top floor. All right, let's go upstairs. I'll show you what we're going to be removing. The guys are moving along here already, literally here for 15 minutes. And we are stripping down the top floor. The rug's already cut up, and you can see they're already pulling the doors down. So we have the container there, and what's going to happen is we are going to put everything right into the container, nice and easy. Nice and easy installation and cleanup. So all this is coming off. You can see the old capes here. This is the old storage in the back. This door used to be an access panel, and if you look back there, it's hard to see, but in any event, you can see the old subfloors right here, and in this case they had some kind of sheet hanging, but we're going to be opening up. This is all the wasted space in a Cape Cod. You can see there's about 4 feet going in that direction. Same with the front. If you look out the front window here, you can see the roof. All this is wasted space on a Cape Cod. So we're going to, when we take the walls down eventually, we're going to be building this new front wall out to where you see that gutter. That white line, that's the actual gutter on the first floor. So it's a lot of space that you're picking up for this top floor. All right, guys, let's go downstairs and we'll go outside. I'll show you the outside of the house one more time. All right, again, just to get a visual on this, the top floor, the first floor is going to remain. The top floor is going to come off, not this week, but next week. What we're doing today is we're stripping out the inside. Any of the interior demolition is coming out today. In any event, we're going to take out that roof and we're going to go up. You see the four walls of the house. We're going to end up going straight up. There's going to be some contour, some dimension to it with our curb appeal package, and we're really going to make the whole house come together with our new top floor package and our curb appeal package. Okay guys, so in this particular home we have an existing kitchen that's going to remain the way it is, and what we want to do is just take extra precaution. We want to cover it up from any dust, anything that could possibly fall through the ceiling when you're doing an air level during the main building stage. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you, we had installed some zip walls, which are dust protective systems. So let me turn the camera and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is a zip pole, and the zip pole is a collapsible, spring-loaded pole. If you can see here, you can push on this, it's spring-loaded. And installed, here's what it looks like. Here is a dust barrier that we install, and the zip pole makes it extremely easy to set up a barrier. Here's the barrier, the plastic, and it will protect. In this case, we have a refrigerator, we have some cabinetry, lower countertops, and base cabinets. And this pole just literally, it locks itself into position. It collapses in three sections. You have the upper section to this red ring, this locking ring. There's another locking ring here. So it's three stages. And the upper has the spring loaded that I showed you earlier, and that allows you to spring it up and actually push up against the ceiling nice and tight, and take the bottom of the pole, lock in the plastic, and then what we'll do is we'll stretch this out a little bit later, get rid of some of this which the dust could sit on and collect on over time. And when it's all done, this barrier protects and covers up the cabinetry nicely. Okay guys, so we just pulled up to the remodeling project. The guys just left and we had the demo completed. You're not going to believe how much that we just accomplished. Take a look at this container. Look at how much is inside this container. We filled it up all in one day. Let's go in the house and we'll take a look. All right, so we got the front steps prepared for the refacing. We pulled out the columns so that we don't have to worry about the guys are going to reface these front steps, put new limestone treads, and then reface the front foundation and the steps with a decorative stone. And let's go in the house, take a look now. Now you can see we have the floors all covered from earlier, and the demo crew, take a look up there. Look at that. You can see right up through the top floor. That whole floor has been demoed. Let's go up there and take a look. They did exactly what we had to do. We gutted this girder here. We opened it up for the to get our measurements for a piece of steel that we're going to add. So all that's exposed now. Now we're going to go upstairs, and we have everything exposed for our measurements, which we'll do on Monday. Take a look at this. It's not even about 5.5, 6 hours, and this place has been completely stripped down. The top floor, nice and neat. Look at how nice this came out. Isn't that amazing? One day. Now, what we're going to do next, obviously we have the wires here, so next step, my electrical crew is going to be here on Monday. All the wires that are upstairs here from the floor up are going to be removed. There's probably 1 or 2 feeds coming from the basement, so what we're going to do is we are going to remove all the wiring, and our main concern is down on the floor. There's a couple of wires in the floor. You can see these orange marks. So these orange marks represent a measurement from the outside rear wall to that orange mark is approximately 8 feet. That's where we're going to install the cantilever. Now the cantilever is a 2-foot overhang. We're going to apply that cantilever from this outside wall here, going in 23.5 feet. we're going to pick up 2 feet going out on the cantilever. So in order to create a cantilever, we have to sister. This is a 2x8 floor beam. We're going to sister a 2x8 right alongside that. It has to come into that orange mark and then stick out 2 feet past the outside wall, the first floor outside wall. So what's going to happen is we are going to sister all of these beams all the way across to this area right here. You can see that orange line right there. And we are going to, that's going to be our 23.5 foot mark. And we're going to sister all those to create a cantilever. And then once we get to this point, it's going to step in and follow the original wall downstairs. So it's pretty straightforward. We'll create that cantilever, but to do that, we have to move these wires. There's a couple of wires, not many. Everything is good over here. Once we get over here, you can see there's down on the first floor, there's a small bedroom. You can see the light for the bedroom right there in the floor. Kind of see it down there in the floor. Anyway, there's a wire or two going over there, and as you notice, we're going to have to sister 1 or 2 beams over here, and what we're going to do is we have to move that wire slightly, so because it's in the way. But for the most part, everything else is good. We're going to move all these other wires. You can see these are the hi-hats on the first floor. Some of the wires are what they're doing is they're over the floor beams. My electrical crew will drill them into the middle of the floor beams and get them down. You can see this one. This is a switch coming up from the first floor. You can see a switch down on the wall down there, and that wire comes up the wall right over there. And when they built the house, they ran this old BX wire. Look at the way they joined that. 2 pieces joined together with tape. That's the way they used to do it back then, believe it or not. And that joins over there, and it follows over here to that switch. That switch used to be hanging right about here. So when you got to the top of the stair, that was your 3-way wire switch. So in any event, this is what it looks like, and we are going to move forward on Monday with the electricians, start ordering lumber, and getting this place ready for the build.